Hey guys, what's up? We're back with another video today, and today we are doing a Florida-Tennessee video. This video is basically because Florida and Tennessee fans have done a great job at watching my prediction videos preseason, and now going into the season, they've been very ravenous. So shout out to you guys. Hopefully this video does well. Hit the subscribe button down below. I am trying to get to my goal of 1,250 subscribers. If I've already hit that goal by watching this video, if you guys by watching this video help me hit next goal of 1,300. Also, like this video if you enjoy it. Comment all your thoughts and opinions down below, and also make sure you check out College Football Roundup. It is a podcast channel of this. It's a podcast channel of this channel where me and my friend American Football Network talk about the top 20 games and all sorts of other college football topics. So if you are a big college football fan, go ahead and check out that channel. It is exclusively college football and a lot more in-depth talk, longer videos, stuff like that. So with this game, it's a big game. It's a big game. Tennessee heads to the Swamp. Haven't won in, well, forever. And Tennessee finally they got a win last year. It was by the skin of their teeth though. Tennessee did struggle against Austin Peay. So, not only do you have Tennessee struggling to beat Florida last year, not a great Florida team, solid but not great, and a struggling team against Austin Peay, and you did kind of struggle a little bit against Virginia, and Virginia isn't exactly a good team. They lost to James Madison this weekend, and then on top of that, Florida didn't look great against Utah, but they didn't look terrible. This game is also in the Swamp. It brings a matchup that when you look at the rankings, number 9 Tennessee, which may change a little bit, they may drop probably one or two ranks. They may drop below Notre Dame. They'll probably drop below Texas. We'll see whether they stay above Alabama. I'm not sure about that fact. I would personally have ahead of Alabama, but that's neither here nor there. But with this game, you would think that, Florida, they're just not that good, and Tennessee, they're number 9 in the country, maybe number 10 to come next week. But hold on just a second. This is not a walk-in-the-park type of matchup. And as you Florida fans will know, and as you very much let me know in the comments section all throughout this summer, this is going to be a semi-competitive Florida team, not a great Florida team. They're not going to win the SEC East. If they do, well, you guys can come back and berate me for it because, yeah, you're right. But I don't think any realistic Florida fan would have Florida winning the SEC, even optimistic Florida fans. But point being is this. This is a game that Tennessee has not won in such a long time on the road in the Swamp that it really makes me consider it. So let's get into the breakdown of this game. Let's look at the quarterback position. On one hand, you have Graham Mertz. On the other hand, you have Joe Milton. Joe Milton has looked solid this year. Not great, but he's looked solid. It's not bad. So there is some issues with that. I'm a little bit concerned when it comes to Joe Milton. Graham Mertz, he's looked solid. He's not looked bad. Okay. Explain it this way. I have been more impressed with Graham Mertz than I thought I would be going into this season, or going into this game. Let's say I had very low expectations for Graham Mertz. So with what happened so far, he's impressed me a little bit. The running game obviously is going to be solid. You have Trevor Etienne at that running back spot. He is extremely talented, and an extremely good running back. I'm trying to remember the other running back, Montrell Johnson. That's who it was. He's also extremely good. The running back core for Florida is going to be what wins this game, if anything wins this game. So when I'm looking at this game, when I'm looking at Florida, you have Ricky Purcell. He is going to get a lot of tension put on him. You're going to have a lot of tension in the backfield. And I think that this is going to be kind of what it comes down to, is can Florida's offense score a lot of points? I think it's possible. I don't think it's likely that they score a bunch of points. But Tennessee's defense, it's better than it was last year in my opinion, but it's still not fantastic. It's still a work in progress. So you definitely have a little bit of work to go there. But now let's turn our focus to the Tennessee Volunteers. Tennessee, you have a team that played well in week one. They were a little bit slow. Let's be honest, they were a little bit slow, but they did play pretty well. And I think that overall they did look decent. I think that when it came down to it, you had what you needed, and production wise, and stuff like that. You have had a decent running game. There's no doubt about that. You have had a decent running game. But when you played Austin Peay, I was a little bit disappointed in Joe Milton. The running game wasn't there as much as it was against Virginia, which kind of surprised me because, well, I think you would run the more against an Austin Peay that just does not have the bodies up front. I don't feel like there's really a solidified number one wide receiver in Tennessee, but I think that there is solid all-around players at Tennessee. But I don't think that there is one like last year, where I think that if it was a play that was needed, you're going to Jalen Hyatt, in my opinion. Maybe you go to Cedric Tillman, but I think Hyatt was probably the guy. So when you're looking at this game, you're going back and forth. Billy Napier on one hand, and Josh Heupel on the other. So I think what it comes down to, home field advantage goes to Florida. Coaching advantage, I think it's pretty even. I kind of like both coaches. I think Heupel has proven a little bit more at his school, but I think Napier proved a little bit more at Louisiana than Heupel did at UCF. So it's kind of even coaching. Home field goes to Florida. So now you look at the quarterback position. Quarterback position, it's 50-50 in my opinion. Like, I like Joe Milton and his athletic talent, but Graham Mertz, he's looked solid. And I think that he has proven certain aspects of his game to be pretty good. Both teams, Florida, Utah, here's the thing. When I'm picking this game, when I'm looking back on it, Florida played its first game against a Utah team with the third-string quarterback, and they just looked, okay. And Utah struggled a lot more against Baylor in this past week, even though Baylor lost to Texas State. And maybe that was Baylor wake-up call, wanting to win that game and needing to win that game. And they almost did. Maybe that was the reason. But at the end of the day, when I'm looking at this game, when I'm looking at who has the possible victory in this matchup, I really don't see how you could get away from a Tennessee victory. Not by much, but right now when I'm looking at it, I just can't pick Florida without having seen a little bit more from Billy Napier and stuff like that. By no means is this a walk in the park. By no means, don't get that, Florida fans. Now, you guys get riled up from time to time about what I say. But I don't mean this in really a disrespectful way. I just mean this as in, you're solid, but I need to see more. I think the rushing attack, it's going to be good. I think that the passing attack may be solid. But I think when it comes down to it, I think Tennessee does get the win. Score prediction for this game is 31-27. Tennessee gets the victory in the Swamp for the first time in almost 3 decades. So that's going to complete this video. Hit the 2 videos down below and the subscribe button up here. Help me reach that goal if I haven't already. And as always, have a great day. Bye, guys.